Okay, so let's begin. Now, I don't know if you know what pop-up English is, Sarah. It's basically me being more flexible with my time to fill in for Marion, but I can't do 5 o'clock because of German. I have a lot of German sessions at 5 o'clock because it just fits in with my day. So instead of that, I've called it pop-up English because I don't know if you know this, but in England we have these things called pop-up restaurants, pop-up clubs, pop-up bars, and they literally just appear one day or maybe for a week and then they're gone. They might be in somebody's house, in their kitchen. It's very strange, but I'm not joking. It's true, honestly. I'm not kidding you. These are called pop-up. So I thought pop-up English session would be quite fun.
And sorry, there was a noise near me, and I changed my place.
Oh,
But yeah, and what's mean exactly? That's mean it's happened anytime and not in regular time.
well, yeah, the idea is I can't actually commit to a time for an extra session. I'm still running my normal sessions, but for an extra session, I can't say, oh, yeah, I'll be online at 6 o'clock. For example, tomorrow, I can't do
Okay.
6 o'clock. It will have to be tomorrow morning, probably. And also, what I'm going to do is it won't necessarily be on Discord, it might be in Google Hangouts for the Google community, the Google Plus community. It might be on Facebook. I haven't done that yet, but I'm going to try it out for the Facebook community. But each week it
Really?
will be somewhere. And do you know what it means to pop up? To pop up.
No.
um, okay, so if you can imagine there's maybe a hole in the ground, and then suddenly a tiny little head appears of a little mouse, okay, and it looks around, and then it disappears again. Well, the little mouse head, it popped up suddenly. It appeared suddenly, okay?
Okay.
So these
That's mean.
sessions appear suddenly.
I love this session, but
Okay,
I
good.
have to try to find this session where maybe it will be in uh, another platform.
It might be, yes. I want it to be more, I don't want it to be as predictable as the calendar. I believe in messy learning. I believe in people being aware and making themselves think about things. And you can get stuck into a routine of learning. I'm stuck in a bit of a routine with my German learning. I go online, I book my class, I put it into my calendar, and I don't really think about it until I get the notification to say it's starting. There's no anticipation at all. I know it's going to happen, and hopefully I'll be there when it begins. So I want this to be a bit more exciting, maybe. It's like winning a prize getting here.
Yes. Yeah, that's why I'm feeling now.
Yay, I won!
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. So it's a bit more exciting than the usual. Now, yesterday in the pop-up, Nina was here yesterday, and we talked about healthy and unhealthy food. We were talking a little bit about um, keeping yourself away from the doctor, basically. If you remember, we did talk about an apple a day keeps the doctor away in a previous session. Now, I'm streaming these
Yes.
sessions now, so you can, if you want to, watch the session that Nina and I were in. But rather
And
than talking about food today, I thought we could talk about health in general, okay, and being sick and being healthy, okay. So, I mean, would you consider yourself sickly or healthy? So, to be sick or to be ill, to be healthy, to be well. And then if you're often sick, we might call you sickly. Yeah, you are sickly. So do you consider yourself a sickly person or a healthy person?
I think I'm a healthy person.
Okay, you only think.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
not sure.
yeah, I'm not sure. Because
Let
in
me
the
think
winter,
about it.
yeah, in the winter, I'm sickly person.
Ah, that often happens. Yes, I'm not looking forward to winter. What is it? Why do we suddenly become less healthy in the winter? Is it the sun? Is it the dark nights? But it does. We're waiting for the winter flu bug in the UK. Yeah, winter flu. Ugh, horrible, horrible illness.
Yes.
So,
I
what do
I
you?
think
Mhm.
because it's our immune system. Uh, I don't know if I
Perfect.
say it.
Yes. Yeah, the immune
Yeah.
system. Yeah.
Uh, and the weather when it's so cold, our immune system will be down uh, uh, because the, uh, our body try to um, make the temperature of our body higher.
Oh, you think it's
I
because
think
it's colder and so our body's trying to warm us up and it makes us more
yes,
susceptible to catching. That's true, yeah. The seemingly cold weather can make the weather can actually have an effect as well. Because I don't know if you've noticed, if you go out and it's very cold, your nose starts to run. You get a runny nose, even without a cold, just because the weather is cold. And they think that can, and what we'd say is it weakens, yeah, it weakens our immune system, to weaken something, to make it weaker. Okay?
yeah. Okay. Uh, the winter it weakens our immune system.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And it is seriously because more people die in the winter in the UK.
Yes.
I mean, we won't go into the scientific side of it, but yeah, no, it's a very good point. You make a very good point there. So, what do you do when you're sick? What do you do personally?
Um, First, I try to drink something warm.
Sorry, you
Um,
try to.
drink something warm.
Okay, cup of
Oh,
tea?
yes, like cup of tea
Okay.
or ginger, hot ginger.
Ah, or a herbal infusion, we'd call that. So, so like ginger tea.
Yes.
Yeah, ginger and lemon is my ginger, lemon, and honey. I like.
If I still sick for to another day, I will try to take some medicine from the doctors.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, do you just go to the pharmacy and get some medicine, or do you go to see the doctor?
um, I tried once last year to take one from pharmacy, but doesn't make anything.
Oh, it didn't work.
I, yeah. After that, I got to hospital, and I learned from that I have to go to see doctor. She uh, gave me and I was good. N- Next. day.
Okay. I think it depends on if I get a cold or the flu, I don't go to the doctor. I go to the pharmacy, I buy night nurse, day nurse, and Lemsip. I do try to treat it with ginger, lemon, honey, but if it doesn't work, I go and get the good stuff. So just so I can keep working. But if I get a chest infection or if I get a very infected throat and I can't speak, then I go. So if I feel very sick, I go to see the doctor to get some proper medicine. So what do you need from the doctor to get the really good stuff?
Um, do you mean how you will give me the medicine from?
Yes, does the doctor give you the medicine?
No, he will check first. They make some test for blood first, then they give me a medicine.
Okay,
Often.
because my doctor doesn't give me medicine. I have to still go to the pharmacy, but I get different medicine because the doctor gives me a prescription, a piece of paper that
Okay,
tells the pharmacy what medicine I need.
prescription.
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 It's that per sound, sorry. Prescription.
Prescription.
Yeah, so the doctor gives me a prescription and then I go to the pharmacy. Or the chemists, we sometimes call it.
Okay.
And then the pharmacy, the person working in the chemist or the pharmacy, they fill the prescription. Now, in Germany and in the UK, you can get free prescriptions, but I have to pay. You have to be very poor, but you can get free medicine. Do you have to pay for medicine in your country, or is it free?
In some hospitals it's free, but in the general hospital we have to pay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you see, I wouldn't go to hospital if I was sick. I would only go to hospital if I was very sick. So if I was very sick, I would go to hospital. Or if I injured myself. So if I had an injury, a bad injury, I would go to hospital.
Like
Sorry, not
injury.
hospital.
Okay.
Hospital. There you go. I love Discord. I can actually edit things. That's great. I love it. Oh, I think Zaki wants to join us. Oh no, it's okay. Yep, it's okay. He's not there. I'm not sure where he is actually. Okay, so what do you do in your life? What's your routine for trying to stay healthy? What sort of things do you do to try to stay healthy?
When I drink water, cup of water.
Yeah.
And in my breakfast, I have to eat something from vegetables or fruit. I have to eat something. And I take a cup of tea. Sometimes they say it's good for health, and other times they said no.
Oh,
It's not good.
yes, it's
I
difficult.
know, but I love tea. I have to do
Yeah, I
it.
do too. So it's good for you if it feels good. Well, not everything. So I try to eat healthily. Okay, you can use the adverb healthily. I try to eat healthily. And you can use the word try because sometimes we like chocolate, don't we?
Yes.
And pizza and chips. But I do my
My
best.
lunch,
Yeah.
my lunch was
What what about okay, what about sport? What about keeping fit? Do you do anything to keep fit?
mm, actually no, but
Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear.
but working in lab, then um, our study it's depend on the lab. I work in the lab from 6:30 to 3 or 2 o'clock, and all the time I'm uh, moving and uh, thing is this.
Okay, so you're too busy to do any actual sport. Oh
Yeah,
dear.
and I always walking for 3 4 hours in the lab, and I think I'm working all the day.
So you have an active job. You're not
Yes.
sitting at a desk all day. Well, that's maybe okay. Do you measure how much you walk? Have you got a Fitbit or a GearFit? It measures the number of steps you make.
Yeah, I see this usually in the weekend. But to know how I walk and
Okay, I use it all day because it's very interesting to find out. Do you know how many steps you should take in a day?
no.
Oh, 10,000. That's the
Oh,
recommendation in the UK. So 10,000 steps a day minimum. A minimum. So maybe where if you've got a Fitbit or a GearFit watch, maybe wear it at work and see how many steps you take on average a day.
today I see today wasn't just
And Zaki's with us. I'm not sure if Zaki can hear or speak. Hi, Zaki. Welcome to Pop Up. Pop Up English does what it says on the label. Can you have you got voice, Zaki? Hmm. Can't hear you. Sarah, can you hear Zaki?
no.
No. Okay. You can hear us. Good. We can't hear you. Maybe check your mic settings. Okay. Okay, but you're in the chat. That's good. Yeah. Okay, we'll give you a moment. Oh, that's Sarah. Okay, Sarah, I'm going to share an image with you. It's somebody who won't be able to do their 10,000 steps today. Oh dear.
Oh,
Oh no.
I need my legs.
So what can you see in the picture?
Can I call it its injury or
Mhm.
not?
Yes. Yeah, he has
Okay.
injured or someone, I think it's a he because the leg's a bit hairy. So he's injured his leg. Okay, it's an injury. So he's not sick. Yeah? but he is injured. He's injured his leg. It's an injury. We don't know yet, Zaki. It might be broken. Maybe he's going to have an X-ray. So you could say it might be broken. Oh dear, that would be bad news. It might be a bad sprain. Yeah, it might be a sprain, a bad sprain. He might have torn his ligament. I tore my ligament once. It's so painful.
What is ligament?
Okay.
Ligament.
Oh, let's do some.
Yeah.
Okay, the ligament. It's a tendon. It's a lot of footballers get ligament injuries playing football. Okay, and believe me, if
Okay.
you've ever injured one, you'd know what one was. It's basically it connects the bones.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi,
Okay.
Dope. So the ligament connects the bones together. That's what keeps them from flopping around. And it basically holds the joints. So you have two joints, and then you have the knee, and then keeping it all together is the ligaments. And if you tear a ligament, or if you feel a ligament pop, it's agony. Hi, Dope.
Okay, Dope here also. Hi.
We're talking about keeping healthy, and when you're sick, what do you do? And when you're injured, there's a difference between being sick and being injured, between having an illness.
I always scream, I'm dying, help me, help me.
Are you a bad patient?
If I'm not just, maybe I'm just sneezing, I always pretend, oh, I feel awful. Care about me better.
Not care about me, care for me. Take care of me. Take care of me. I want my mummy.
Make me tea, please. I will die with a without cup of tea, please.
Sarah, will you look after Dope if he's ill? He sounds like a nightmare patient.
Yeah.
Okay, but say he is too far from me.
Lucky. Good
I
excuse.
will die. I will die then. I don't know. I just a little bit arrogant, and even when I was a child, I always tried to make more attention to me, to attract as much as possible attention to me. I like when adults running around me and trying to make me feel better. I know. I'm such a nuisance.
Cough, so I think I need some medicine now. So, what happens when you're sick? What might happen to your body when you're sick?
You can shaking. Your body can shake. Shake a booty.
Yeah, not shake. We wouldn't say shake, but you might start to shiver.
Tremble.
Well, we'll start with shivering first. You might shiver.
Sure.
Okay. Trembling is something else. Trembling is something that could happen if you had very serious illness like Parkinson's.
I always serious.
No, but you don't want these. You don't want to. Shivering means you're ill. You might have a fever. Even though you feel hot, you might be shivering. So you might have a fever. Now, do you know what a fever is?
Yes.
How would you describe that to everybody? What is a fever?
High temperature, and you feel awful.
Yeah, a high temperature.
And everything is blurring, and you don't see clear.
Ooh, blurred vision. Ooh, scary.
Yeah.
I think you're dying.
People have two heads.
Oh, Yeah,
Oh,
you are sick now.
oh yeah.
We're talking about.
It's only since Dope joined.
Oh, yeah. I transmitted to you. This is, but no, I'm feeling pretty well. I think it's Sarah transmitted.
No.
Too much talking. I had to talk a lot in my German session, and then I came straight in here. I need a cup of tea, but never mind. So yeah, and your head feels hot when you have a fever. So your head
Yeah.
feels
Oh,
hot.
awful condition.
Yeah, you might be sweaty. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Well,
whole bed is wet.
not wet.
Okay. Okay.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Dove.
So tell me, how are you?
I'm good, and you? Zaki
Uh,
also with us still? Yeah.
yeah, I think I'm
No,
fine.
no, he wasn't here. Yeah.
Cesar? You're talking about Cesar?
Sorry?
Garcia. You're talking about Cesar Garcia?
No. Zaki was
Oh, yeah, he left
here. Yeah.
3 minutes ago. So, have you been today on driving lessons?
All the people talking about
Yeah.
when
How
you
many cars? How many cars you crashed?
still
I'm
There-
back.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Hi, Caesar.
you,
Nice to see you.
you survived?
Yeah, no, I've got myself some what the Germans called Husten bonbons, but basically they're throat pastels. I don't know why I've got a tickle. It's not a sore throat. I've got a tickle in my throat, like a little feather stuck down there. But yeah, I've got a. So if I sound like I've got my mouth full, it's because I'm sucking on a throat pastel. So Caesar, can you hear us? Let me just send you a message at Caesar.
I think he just don't know how to unmute his
No, I
mic.
know. That's the problem. At Caesar Garcia. Ooh, not sure if that's going to work. Hi,
Hello,
Aladdin.
Auntie.
Hello.
Yay! Hello. I hope you're well.
Hello.
I've started coughing. We're talking about feeling sick, and
What?
suddenly I start coughing. It's terrible.
Okay, hello, Len. Hello, everyone.
Hi, hi,
Hello,
hi.
Hi.
hello.
Hi.
Nice to see you. Caesar's joined us, but I'm not sure if he knows how this works. Take your time,
Yeah.
Caesar. We are text chatting in LEN members and voice here,
Hmm?
but you might not be an LEN member yet, Caesar, so it might be difficult for you to speak in this room. That's Caesar, send me a message in the forum confirming your forum name, if you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. I'll send you a private message, actually. Okay. I think he's a member of the forum, but I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, so when you have maybe a fever, you're shivering, you're coughing, you have a runny nose, they're all what we call symptoms.
Red nose.
Yeah. Well, that can be for other reasons too, but yes, your nose might be red because you're blowing it all the time.
Yeah.
If you're coughing and sneezing, what might be wrong with you? Come on, be the doctor. Sarah, What would you
Yeah.
say? What you be the doctor? Tell me, oh, doctor, I keep coughing and sneezing. I've got a runny nose. I've got a temperature. I've got a headache, and I'm shivering all the time. What's wrong with me? Am I dying?
No,
You're,
you have a fever.
you're having flu.
Oh, who are you? I was talking to the doctor.
I'm assistant.
The assistant always writing the prescription.
Yeah.
Prescription. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
I'm the smarty pants.
Hey, Sarah, Dope's just admitted to being your assistant. You need to give him some work to do. Okay, and what would you tell someone to do if you noticed they were coughing a lot?
They should drink a lot of water.
Oh, so I should I should start drinking more water. Ah.
Talk to her like she is a patient, Sarah.
Okay. And if there is something in their throat, they have to take.
What do you mean if there's something in their throat?
Yes.
If I have something in my throat, I need to go and have an operation to remove it. So what I think I know what you mean.
I can
No,
I can remove it.
no. If you feel a pain in your throat,
Ah,
you-
if you have a sore throat, yeah?
yeah,
To have a sore throat or a throat infection.
throat infection or so. I give you an antibiotic.
Ah, okay. Oh, be careful. No, we're very strict on antibiotics in the UK now.
Okay.
Because you've heard of antibiotic resistance.
Use antibiotic. You have to be very
Yeah.
careful. You can destroy all your immune system.
Well, it's not just that. Antibiotics are great because they've saved millions of lives, but we're
Yeah,
becoming
but be very careful.
yeah, but we're getting the bacteria because they're no good against viruses. Don't give antibiotics for flu.
They destroy everything, and
They
bad
do.
and bad bacteria and good bacteria.
Yeah, that's right. But also the bad bacteria is becoming resistant.
Yeah,
It's developing
they learn
resistance.
quickly.
Yeah. We're all going to die. If antibiotics no longer work, there will be a mass extinction of people. There will be a massive. Every time you prick your finger, it'll be like the bad old days. You die from a little cut because it gets
Yeah.
infected and you get septicemia. Oh, what a cheerful topic.
Yeah.
We're all
And
going
I
to
see
die.
the main reason that people die of antibiotic because they haven't passed the whole course of injections antibiotics. They pass few
Well,
injections.
actually, look at the
They-
latest. I don't want to go too far into this, it's a little advanced, but the latest evidence is that maybe they were right not to complete the course.
Oh,
Oh, I know. Have a look in the medical journals. They are now saying, ooh, maybe it's, maybe it's not such a bad thing to not finish the course as soon as you feel better.
yeah.
Mm.
I did it a few times, and I don't know. I feel much better to
Yeah,
compare to other patients who finished actually.
yeah. It's different. It's new research. The advice used to be finish the course. New advice is coming out to say trust the way your body feels. If you feel better, stop.
I
It's a
could
difficult one.
I could shoot few injections and on the next day go to dancing and so on.
Yeah, okay.
I could switch.
It's a miracle. It's a modern day miracle.
It was crazy.
But I think if you saw somebody coughing a lot, you would say they should go to the doctor. Yeah? If someone is coughing a lot,
Yeah, my uncle, he died because he was coughing a lot.
And did they find out why?
Yeah, he um, um, he have infection from a type of bacteria, and it takes the oxygen of his body,
Oh
and
dear.
yeah, his oxygen it's become low, and he just coughing without feeling anything. Um, they discovered that in late stage.
Oh dear, it was too late by then. Yeah, never ignore what we call a persistent cough. So if you keep coughing day in, day out, a little cough, a tickling cough like I've got now,
Few
that's
people
just
who
me talking
smoke a
too
lot
much.
cough a lot.
Sorry, Dope?
Smokers cough a
Oh
lot.
yeah, it's actually called smoker's cough. Literally, that's what it's called. I mean, if you breathe smoke in a fire, you're going to cough. So why would you not cough when you breathe smoke in from a cigarette? I don't understand smoking, by the way. Let's not go there. It's a different topic for a different day. But yes, smoker's
Because
cough.
well, because the life is not so easy to man.
No, I know, but
It's
there's
to a woman it's much more easy, you know. It's not so easy to be a man, you know.
I know, but we know that when you finish the cigarette, life's no easier than it was before you started it. So it's not a solution to a difficult life. Anyway, let's have a look at a picture, and I want you to describe what you see in the picture. I'm hoping that Aladdin will be able to join us with this. Um, Caesar's muted his mic. He can't talk at the moment, so it's not that he's unable to talk. It's because he can't talk. But let's have a look at the picture here. Can you all see it?
No.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I can fix that. That was really dumb of me. I've just realised what I just did. You can see it in the stream, by the way.
Which room you are
Yeah,
using?
don't worry, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. So I just got to find the right way to share it with you. Okay. I've got to open it. It's never as easy as I'd like it to be doing this sort of thing, but let's go. Here we go. So take one each and describe it for me. Sarah, you were the first in the session, so if you'd like to take one, A, B, C or D, I don't mind. Your choice. What would you like to describe in which picture? Click on the picture if you need to make it larger, okay?
I still don't see any picture.
In the LEN
Me
members?
neither.
Oh, here?
Where is it?
In LEN members, in chat.
I'll choose A.
Can you see it, Sarah?
Alien members.
Yes, I see.
Yes, I
Okay.
can see it. Okay, no.
Yay! Well done.
Okay.
Okay, so Sarah, which one are you going to choose?
A.
A, okay. So, how would you describe that picture to us, Sarah?
It's a hospital and ambulance. It's cars for emergency situation.
Yeah. Now,
And
where do you go? Okay, let's take you to England first. So you're in England, you have an accident. Where would you go?
to emergency or ER. They call it ER.
Actually, you'd go
Right.
to A and E. A and E. That's where you
A
go in
and E?
England. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now the reason is we call it A and E. Can anybody guess what A and E stands for? It's a short form. It's an abbreviation.
Emergency and something else.
Emergency, yes. And the A?
It's for ambulance? Or
Not ambulance. Not ambulance. It's accident. Accident and
Oh.
emergency.
yes.
So if you go to Google and just Google accident and emergency sign, just cut and paste that, and you'll see the signs you'll see in the UK for accident and emergency. And it's like a big H followed by A and E. Okay? And that means it's pointing you to a hospital with an accident and emergency department. Okay? So we call it the A&E department. Not all hospitals in England have accident and emergency. So you must find a hospital with an A&E. Oh yeah, be careful sharing because that's a stock photo. We don't have the right to show it. So let's just delete that.
Okay. Okay, sorry.
It's all right. So if you notice though, in this picture, it doesn't say A&E, it says ER, which is what you said, Sarah. That's not the UK.
Yeah.
Where might that be? So where in the English-speaking world do they call it ER? Okay, Alan.
In America?
In America, yes. Have you ever seen the TV show Emergency Room? ER?
Yes.
That's what
Yeah.
it stands for, Emergency Room. And it says here ER in the picture, emergency and trauma. Now, what does it mean by trauma?
It's not. Is
When
it
you have-
the name of the hospital? Or?
Nope.
When you have broken your leg or something.
Yeah. It can be. Have you ever heard of a traumatic experience?
No,
No.
I think I'm a single one who got so many times in trouble
Yeah.
and never, never broke any bones.
But
I'm a lucky one.
a traumatic experience doesn't have to be broken bones. It can be being in an accident or seeing something terrible happen.
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
I was in a car when two people died.
Oh dear. Yeah, that is what we call a traumatic experience. And there's something called PTS. Any idea what that stands for?
Post-traumatic stress.
Almost. Post-traumatic.
I don't know why I have said this.
No! Post-traumatic syndrome.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It's a very a lot of soldiers who've been in
Yeah.
in very bad wars will often suffer from this PTS. But
Half-
it can
half of
also
my family.
happen. Yeah, it can also happen after an accident or anything that causes you this traumatic feeling. So trauma is.
They start to drink a lot.
Yeah,
afterwards.
yeah, well, all sorts of different things you can do. You can end up with a short temper. You can end up having a breakdown. Yeah, it can really, turning to drugs, turning to drink, just disappearing, just running
put it
away.
out.
Yeah, it's
To put
very
the fire.
severe. It's a very severe disorder. You need treatment if you think you're suffering.
But we
from
just
PTSD.
don't know what they have been through.
No, but
It's too difficult to judge.
there are treatments available. Usually, talking therapy and cognitive therapy can help. There's no cure, but you
My
can get
uncle has been in Chechnya war,
help.
and he went there twice by contract.
Hmm.
And when he went the second time, he didn't come back.
That's terrible. Yeah.
This is awful. And he was just about to get married, and he said to her uh, fiance that Yuli, I need just make money a little, and I will be back in 6 months, and we will be capable to buy apartment and so on. And the death was awful. He has been conned in a cunt and alive, and this can had been thrown in a river, and he died alive in a can.
Yeah, it's awful. Yeah, I'm afraid I always say there are no winners in war because even the side that thinks they have won, the damage that's been done to the people, um, it goes on for it goes on for generations. So,
Hmm.
ooh, heavy stuff. But okay, so if you have a bad accident, you go to A&E, and it will treat you for your injury or for any trauma that you have suffered. Head trauma. They sometimes call a bad head injury, head trauma, because you might not
I
see.
had this a lot.
Well, yeah, you
I,
might not
my
see
head,
anything, but your brain can have
yeah,
been
yeah, it's
affected.
shaking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
shaking.
Yeah. And also, if you notice in the picture, it says chest pain center. Ooh. What might that be to treat? Chest pain.
Chest pain center. Chest
Hmm.
pain.
What could chest pain be a symptom of? Any
And
ideas?
when you're pregnant.
Wrong part of the
No.
body, Dope. Wrong part of the body. Well, it might just be that you've eaten your pizza too quickly and you get heartburn. It could just be heartburn, but it could be something
Maybe you're
else.
having a baby.
No. It could be the sign of a heart attack. Yeah. Not babies, no. Wrong part of the body. I think we're going to have to do some biology sessions. Welcome back, Aladdin. Okay, but very well described. Yeah, there's an ambulance outside a hospital, and maybe it's picking somebody up to take them home. Maybe it's dropping off a patient for treatment, but it's outside the emergency department or the A&E if it was the UK. So, Dope, would you like to pick one of the pictures? A, B, C, or D? Well, no, B, C, or D. Sarah's already had A.
D, I don't know what is this.
B. Okay, well, don't describe it then. What do you want to do? B or C?
B, okay. C,
C, okay.
drugs, pills, drugs,
Drugs,
pills,
yeah.
pills.
Pills, yep. Correct, pills, drugs. Okay, there are some very colourful pills, drugs.
Yeah.
Like sweeties.
Very
They're not
active.
sweeties, they're not sweeties. There's also... Okay, so I can see some pills. I can see drugs. That covers them all. Okay, they're drugs. Some are pills.
Purple ones look like ecstasy.
Some are pills. Some are different. They've got different kinds of
Oh,
drugs.
capsule.
Capsules, yeah. Some are capsules. And what's another word for pill?
Pill.
You might have one to read a book on. You might have one to check your email. Tablets.
Oh, tablets.
Yeah,
It's like
tablets.
in Russian we call it like because we only make stress different. Like tabletka.
Tabletta.
Tablet. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we do call them tablets. Oh, I've forgotten my tablets. Oh, take your tablet. Have you had your tablet today?
Sorry.
So, tablets, pills, and the different types of pills. Some are in capsules. Now, Dope, I'm going to ask you, are you good at taking medicine?
No, I never take any pills.
You never take them. What?
No, try to manage. Sometimes I do when I'm just about to die.
Oh, okay. Well, you just said you're always dying. You get a
Yeah,
cold
but
and you're dying.
99% I try to avoid.
He's a clean person.
Okay, so if you absolutely have to take a tablet, how do you take it? Do you just swallow it, or do you need water? Do you need to dissolve it?
Swallow, I just swallowed.
You just swallow it dry?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
my.
Of course, I drink liquid water.
Oh, okay, with water. Okay.
Yes.
No, my husband just swallows them. No
Without
water.
water?
He just takes it, swallows it, it's gone.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
what? I need lots of water. I need to
Yeah.
cut it into pieces, and then I swallow it in bits. I hate
I
taking
drink
tablets.
when I'm sick. I drink so much water that I'm just about to blow up.
Okay. Okay, when you drink a lot of water, you bloat. You become bloated.
Bloat.
Yeah, your tummy
I
becomes
swell.
bloated.
I swell.
You swell up like a big
Every
fat
part
pea.
of my body is swollen.
It's one way to flush out the toxins, I guess. But I always swallow tablets with water. Now, some tablets you don't swallow with water, you put them in the water. What do we say happens when you put a tablet in the water and it kind of disappears into the water?
Servant absorb suburb
Nah, it
is going
dissolves.
just dissolve.
It dissolves, yeah. The tablet dissolves in the water. Some tablets are soluble. I think that's what you were trying to think. Some tablets are soluble. You dissolve them in the water. Or you might have a powder as well. You can also have tablets in powder form. Much easier for me. I prefer powder, and I can dissolve it and then close my nose. Drink it as quickly as possible.
I don't know when I'm
It's
sick.
difficult.
I can't recognize any smell. I don't know.
I just hate taking medicine. I'm like you, Dope. I'd rather avoid it if possible, but sometimes you just have to take your tablets.
Yeah,
Be
when
a
you're
big
just
girl,
about to
a
die.
big boy.
The
Be
death
brave.
just behind your back.
Be brave. Okay, what about you, Sarah? Can you take tablets easily, or do you make a big fuss like me?
I was have a problem with take the tablets,
I'm not alone then,
Tablets.
good.
but now I learn how can I take.
Okay, so you've learnt, you've got to take them, so you might as well just get on with it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I have to take some vitamins in the morning with my breakfast.
Oh gosh, okay. Have to take vitamins
Yeah.
every day. I say vitamins, by the way, but vitamins is
Vitamins.
fine. Yeah, that's all right. It's a British thing. It's a Brit thing. Vitamins. That's what the Americans say. What about Aladdin? Can you speak? Have you got voice?
He has a lamp. His gene help him. Oh, every time.
Yeah, I'm not
when
sure if he
he's
can actually speak. He might be at work. Can you talk?
Yeah, yes, I can.
Yay!
Can you hear me?
Excellent. I can. Yes. Yeah, loud and
Yes,
clear.
I was on my way to home. Now I'm
You're always
at
going to
home.
say you're home. You're not driving.
No, I'm not driving.
Good, because I'll hang you up. I'll throw you out if you're driving. I won't hang you up. I'll hang up on you. Sorry, I'll hang you up. Well, I would hang you up. I'd hang you up to dry. I'd be very angry.
So,
No. Okay, so did you hear what we were talking about? Whether you can
yes,
take
yes,
tablets?
yes, indeed. Swallow it with water. Indeed, I can't do it without
Easily?
water.
Oh, without? No
Easily.
way!
No, not without water. With water.
Oh, with
Sorry.
water. Okay,
With
okay.
water.
It's
I
just my
can't do
husband.
it
He's a
without
mutant.
water.
You can do it, but you prefer not to. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I could
I've
honestly.
never tried.
I
I've never
couldn't.
tried before.
I couldn't. I'd be sick. I mean, literally, it wouldn't go. No, honestly, it would get stuck, and then I'd have to see Sarah with something in my throat, a tablet stuck in my throat. Now, what about? Do you have pets? Do you have any pets? Anybody? Do you ever have to give your cat or your dog tablets?
I used to have, but now he's died and
Aw.
since
Okay. Did you have to give him tablets ever?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
How
used
did you
to.
do it? Did he eat them, or did you have to big fuss?
Yes, I smashed it. I smashed it.
Okay, so you crushed.
Yeah.
Okay, you crush a tablet. You crushed it and put it in his food.
Yes, exactly.
Ah, okay. Do you know what we do with Leica?
Put it on her mouth.
Nope. She just spit it
Okay.
out. She can spit it out half an hour later.
Really?
Yeah, she's terrible. No, we wrap it in cheese. We get cheese, cheddar cheese, which is an English cheese. It's nice and it's a hard cheese, but you can make it soft when you warm it up a little bit. So you warm it up in your fingers, and you put the tablet in the cheese, and then you squash the cheese around the tablet, and you give her the cheese. She doesn't even know she's had a tablet. It works. Try it. It doesn't work with cats. Cats are canny. Cats are very difficult to medicate. With cats, it's best to have medicine. So, what's the difference between tablets, pills, and medicine?
It's liquid.
Yeah, medicine is liquid. That's it. Okay. And children often can't swallow tablets, so you have to give them medicine. Sometimes in drops, sometimes in their water or in milk or whatever the doctor tells you to put it into, and they take it that way. So Aladdin, could you choose? Can you see the picture that I shared earlier?
Choose, pretty lady.
So you've got a choice, I'm afraid, between B or D.
So the choice is D.
Okay. How would you describe that picture?
It's a bandage. Someone has broken his arm, his wrist, maybe.
I would say the wrist. Yeah.
The
So
wrist.
someone has broken. Now remember, when you don't know the gender, you can use their. Someone has broken their wrist. Now it's not
Okay.
actually a bandage. There's bandage in there. You can see it, but once you've broken something, you don't wrap a
Yeah.
bandage round it. What do? You put it in.
It's kind of bandage.
Yeah, but we have a special word for it. Anybody know?
Yes.
Sarah, do you know what we call it?
No.
Okay.
A special bandage for
Now we
broken
say
arm.
his wrist is in plaster. In plaster.
Plaster, yeah. Plaster,
Yeah.
okay.
Now you can put a plaster on a cut, a little plaster, a sticking plaster. But this,
Yeah.
when you wrap something in plaster, a broken leg or a broken hand or a broken wrist, maybe he's broken his thumb as well, then you wrap it in bandages, but then you literally lay a plaster onto the bandages until it hardens and you can't bend it, you can't, until the bones knit. Yeah, until the bones knit. That's what happens now. Nothing to do
When I,
with
wa-
knitting cardigans.
when I went to school,
Mhm.
my schoolmate, she was a girl. She has a broken leg, and she's covered with different kind of
Yeah.
color. And I remember it's very irritating when you wear this plaster and you wanted to tickle it always.
It itches, yeah. Well, as something starts to mend, as the bones start to knit, they start to itch. Your legs start, and you can't scratch it because it's wrapped in plaster. Terrible. But you could say she broke her leg, or she had a broken leg. Okay. So she broke. Did you sign it? Because in England, when you break a leg or an
Yeah.
arm, yeah, everybody signs
All
it.
class, all
You're all
class.
right on it. Good. Excellent. It makes it fun. Okay, so on that more cheerful...
I put the awful signature. Afterwards, he has to cover it again, everything.
Well, I had a friend who broke their leg, and I just wrote on his plaster, "Be more careful next time." Oh dear. And then I put a couple of little X's. Okay, so we've run out of time as ever, but I hope you enjoyed the session.
Yeah.
And I'll be here tomorrow, but probably tomorrow morning. So don't worry if you can't come. It is literally just pop-up English, and you can watch the recording if I remember to record it. Otherwise, you'll have missed it, but never mind. I did record this session, so it will be on YouTube at some point. Yeah. Well, I did say at the beginning, but you were late, Dope, so you didn't hear me say I'll stream this. So thanks for coming.
It's okay for me.
But thanks for coming, and well done. As Sarah said, you won.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. You take care. Bye.
Thank you then.
Bye.
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 Don't forget to hang up.